Ex-best friends accused me seducing her fiancé, then everyone against me. 6 years later, they apologize and beg for reconciliation after the truth comes out. I, 28F, used to be best friends with Anna, 28F, since high school. She was popular and outgoing, while I was the introverted, nerdy friend. In high school, I had a crush on Ethan, 28M, but I assumed he'd prefer Anna, so I stayed out of it. They started dating, and I supported her, albeit with reluctance, because of their toxic on and off relationship. Over time, I grew to dislike Ethan because he was rude and mean. They broke up when we were 21, but she got back together with him a year later and eventually got engaged at 23. 3 months before the wedding, Ethan drunkenly called me, asking why I rejected him. I dismissed him, said he was drunk, and ended the call. The very next day, I was kicked out of group chats and ghosted by everyone else in our friend circle. When I texted my friends to ask what happened, they gave me the silent treatment. When I reached out to Anna, I found myself blocked. Desperate, I even tried calling Ethan, but my number was blocked too. I had no idea what I'd done wrong, and I wished anyone would tell me. That week was hell. Anna's silence hurt the most because, at the time, she meant everything to me. I barely slept, battling panic attacks at night while trying to keep it together for class during the day. If not for my supportive roommates, who helped me through my panic attacks, I don't know how I would have made it through. Anna and I attended the same local university, but took different courses. I waited for her outside her class. When she came out with her friends, I pulled her aside and asked what was going on. She accused me of being a fake friend who tried to steal Ethan. I denied her accusation and asked for proof, but she went silent and left. They didn't unfriend me on Facebook, but kept posting about their hangouts and the bridal shower, along with indirect jabs at me. I eventually deleted my old account and changed my number. I slowly rebuilt my self-esteem and moved on. I recently created a new Facebook account. A few days ago, I was added to a group chat for our upcoming reunion, which I had no idea about. They greeted me, calling me class president as if they hadn't shunned me 6 years ago. I left the group, but they messaged me. Anna kept calling, so I finally picked up out of annoyance. She told me that she was sorry for everything and wished for me to come to the class reunion party. She said the party didn't seem to be complete without the class president every year. She told me that she divorced Ethan after 2 years of marriage. She tried to reach out to me, but couldn't find any of my socials or contact info after we graduated. I asked her why she was telling me all this when she was not important to me anymore. She cried. I ended the call and continued ignoring their messages on Messenger. My family says forgiveness is for my own peace and that it doesn't mean forgetting, but I don't feel anything anymore, only indifference. I don't owe them anything to ease their guilt. P.S. I originally posted this in the other main sub, but it was deleted. I was advised to share it on a different relationship forum instead. Unfortunately, I'm unable to reply to those who leave encouraging comments. I share it here because I needed advice too. Even now, I still wonder why I was ghosted and shunned like that. I want to know the truth, but I'm not sure if I can trust any of them. Relevant comments and OP's response to them. Okay, season 5497. If I were you, I'd steer clear. The fact that you said you had to rebuild yourself says a lot. For being such good friends, they sure abandoned you without even trying to see your side. They're either all dumb as F or not worth another thought. OP. Yes, I felt deeply humiliated. My self-esteem plummeted, and I felt so small, but thanks to the kindness of those around me, my roommates and course mates, I was able to rebuild myself and rise again. But still, I want answers, but I'm afraid they're planning something or things like that, like humiliating me at the reunion party. Maybe I watched too much K-drama and C-drama. Permission West 60171. It hurts because you lost your tribe and you didn't know why. The first time always hurts the worst because you can't see it coming. As for now, keep telling her to F off, and eventually she will. Tell her you never forgot. Nothing will change the past, and she's not a good person. You'll have to really nip it in the bud. She's looking to reinvent the past, but there's nothing good to be gained from being friends with Anna. Not anymore. OP. Honestly, I doubt she even cares. She probably only reached out because she needed something from me. I have no interest in being friends with them anymore, but I just want to know the truth. If I ask why they abandoned me back then, would they even be honest, or would they just shift the blame onto each other? Anna has always been the leader of their group. Whatever she says, everyone follows. L3XG. Wonder if they are worried that people will judge that you aren't friends with them anymore, and they want to pretend like they weren't. OP. Our school is a tightly knit community where everyone in the same grade knows each other. The other friends from other classes actually distance themselves from Anna and my other classmates. Raymond B. Forgiveness for my own peace is such a BS take. You know why they blocked you. Ethan flipped the script and said you contacted him and tried to get him to leave her for you. Block them. OP. The fact that I used to have a crush on him is disgusting. Stare W214. NTA, and personally, I wouldn't go. I think it would just open old wounds. It sounds like you're in a good place. It will only open old wounds when people show you who they are. Listen, I know Ethan liked you, but your ex-BFF blocked it, saying you weren't interested. I think he called because she wanted to get married, and he was still into it and wanted to know why you weren't interested before he actually got married. Your ex-bestie knew he had feelings for you and found out about the call, made him feel bad, and made you out to be the bad guy, so she wouldn't act on those feelings because you weren't in the picture. If I'm right, she is diabolical, and you don't need people like that even in your presence. OP. Even if he did have feelings for me, his actions were pretty awful. If he's interested in someone else, whether or not they reciprocate, he should not be with someone else for years and even marry them. The fact that he was resentful because he thought I rejected him is just red flags because he couldn't handle rejection well. Jack Canabai. Do you really care about the why beyond curiosity? OP. I want to find out if Anna lied to the others or not. Prevnami. NTA, but as class president, isn't it your responsibility to organize the reunion? Yet you supposedly didn't even know anything about it? OP. Since I was ostracized by my classmates, I wasn't invited. The ones who usually organize the parties are the deputy class president and Anna. Being an introvert, I don't like parties. Why would I organize one every year? Tinker Pro. High school stinks. People who are grown adults behaving like teenagers suck more. Good for you. My guess is that she saw Ethan call you, and they got into a fight about it. He threw you under the bus to save his own skin because he's that kind of stand-up guy. Continue as you are. Forgiveness doesn't have to be given as long as they and the incident are not holding real estate in your head. If that is the case, figure out how to move them out, even if you need a few therapy sessions. Let them stew, get mad, whatever. She cried. Why? She has guilt, probably about more things than what she did. She is the leader of the mean girls. Let them all follow like sheep. OP. The entire class blindly followed her like a flock of sheep. I think I'm the black sheep in a herd of white sheep because I only became class president because none of them wanted to become one. Update. I wanted to edit my previous post, but it's already too long. Just a quick disclaimer. I created my Facebook account 2 weeks ago after mustering the courage from my past trauma. I use fake names and ages for anonymity. In reality, we're all 29. My friendship with Anna fell apart when I was 23, and now, 6 years later, we're 29. I know no one has noticed this so far, but I just wanted to clarify. Some people from my previous post suggested that I reach out to Ethan. However, before I could do so, he reached out to me first. Yesterday, I received a friend request from him along with a message saying, "Hi" in my messenger. So, we talked. He invited me for coffee this weekend so we could talk about it. I told him to not push his luck and just answer me. I asked him about his call that night. Since most boys were too intimidated to approach me, they often asked Anna to convey their feelings to me. Ethan was one of them. Apparently, a lot of boys had a crush on me back then, but at the time, only Anna received open confessions, so I assumed I was undesirable. Not that it mattered to me. I was foolishly infatuated with Anna, so much so that I would have rolled out a red carpet for her to walk on if I could. She was my entire world back then. Not even once had I ever heard about any boys in high school liking me from Anna. Apparently, Anna would always come back to them with her apologetic face, telling them that I had rejected them and repeating the insults I had supposedly said about them. No wonder some people back in high school called me arrogant and disliked me for some reason. I just thought it was because I was a strict class president and student committee member. Ethan explained that he was mean to me back then because Anna told him I had said he was an orphan abandoned by his parents. This was a particularly sensitive topic for him, as he had been raised by his grandparents since childhood. He later discovered the truth when Anna inadvertently admitted it during an argument. That moment led him to file for divorce. Ethan shared that he genuinely did love Anna, but her constant insecurity and habit of bringing up my name in every argument strained their relationship. She either accused Ethan of still thinking about me or compared him to me. Anna did find out about Ethan's drunken call that very same night. They had an argument, and Ethan came close to calling off the wedding, but Anna guilt tripped him into staying. Neither Ethan nor Anna lied or twisted the story. Anna simply told our entire friend group to stop talking to me. They knew I hadn't done anything wrong, but somehow it was still my fault that Ethan had unresolved feelings towards me. I was, and still am, an introvert, and most of my friends back then were hers. It wasn't surprising that they followed her lead when she turned against me. They were always her friends, not mine. Anna and my ex-classmates then painted me as a villain to the other friends from high school. Ethan didn't do anything to help me because he was manipulated to hate me. His words, not mine. That's why I changed my number and deleted all my social media accounts. While no one directly bombarded me with mean messages, I constantly saw posts that seemed to be aimed at me, even though my name was never mentioned. Ethan only revealed everything to the other friends after his divorce with Anna was finalized. Now Anna and my ex-classmates are the ones being shunned by the others since 2 years ago. Ethan said he owed me an apology, though he knew it wouldn't be enough after everything that happened. While he never smeared my name, he stood on the sidelines and did nothing, simply because I rejected him and called him an abandoned orphan during high school. He asked me if I would be going to the upcoming reunion party. It turns out the reunion party this time was for the 1995 high school batch. My ex-classmates probably wanted their former class president to attend for appearances. I told him I wouldn't go. He said I could sit with him and his classmates if I wanted to. Why would I bother? I told him I wouldn't be attending because I have no friends from high school. He mentioned that the others would be sad if they heard that. Well, screw them. I received a lot more messages from old friends, but I didn't respond to any of them. I have no attachment towards them. I told Anna that Ethan already told me everything. She called me on Messenger again, sobbing. She admitted she might have been a terrible friend, but that she did care about me all those years. She said I was always on her mind. I was too attached to her back then because she was my first real friend, as I had no friends in middle school. I was too shy and quiet, so I couldn't make friends. Anna taught me how to make friends, overcome my social anxiety, and introduced a lot of people to me. I learned to cook for her and took care of her when she was sick. I even protected her from creeps, Everything I did was for her. Now that I think about it, it was kind of unhealthy. Maybe she wanted me to be that version of myself again, only for her convenience. She begged me to try again, that she would be a better person for me, but I just ended the call and blocked her. After a few minutes of contemplating, I decided to delete my Facebook account again. I have a feeling that if I don't, they will keep on bothering me. I'll settle with a fake account. The main reason why I made my Facebook account was to play Harvest Town anyway. Sorry for the long post. This will be my one and only update. I want to thank the 4 people who personally messaged me on Reddit. Your messages meant a lot, as not many people have done so much for me in my life. I hope my update answered your questions. Farewell. More relevant comments and OP's response to them. Chorus 74. Did you tell Ethan that you used to have a crush on him and that Anna did everything to stop you from getting together? That's so messed up. OP. No, I don't want him to be stuck with the what-ifs. It's better if he doesn't know. HNY on Core Rebels. It's brave of you to confront your past. You're not obligated to forgive anyone. Prioritize your own peace and build healthy relationships moving forward. OP. Thank you. I really do feel indifferent now. It has been 6 years and I have better friends now. I'm content with my life. Educational Gasor 92. Hi OP. Glad to see you are doing okay. And happy to see what many people suspected was right. The only strange thing about this is why anyone is interested in a long-lost high school classmate while in their 30s. I mean, it makes sense if they live in a small town and people simply stumble on each other all the time, but otherwise, it's strange that they reached out. Once you made it clear that you aren't interested, they should just move on. Anyway, good luck OP, and keep toxic and fake people away. OP, the 1995 batch from my high school is a close-knit group, and we all know each other well. Or they just want crumbs of the drama. ETO, you're strong mentally, OP. OP thanks. I was a mess back then. Thankfully, my roommates at the time stayed by my side and even threw away the alcohol I bought. I was planning to be a drunk mess, but they wouldn't even let me. Driftwood 256. Sorry to hear that all your old friends were such shitty people. I'm stunned that they were 23. This is high school behavior. It sounds pretty traumatic to be ghosted by everyone like that. But definitely, it sounds like a silver lining that you broke the weird, dependent relationship you had on Anna. Smart move deleting your account. Totally unnecessary to have that constant reminder. Hope the future is brighter for you. NTA, obviously. OP, you're right. I can only afford to start therapy next year once I paid off my student loans. I need to understand myself more.